Hi friends, welcome back to my crafty desk. Sandra here at Blossom and Inspire. Today I plan to finish up the children's Halloween. I plan to. It may take me a couple of days, but for the most part I'm going to try to focus really on the children's Halloween to get it done. I have a one that I put together kind of quickly. I'm not completely finished with it, but let's see. It's going to be a dangle. They can hang it anywhere. They can hang it right on the wall. It's nothing too major. I use my Sizzix to cut out this piece, and then I stamped this using my my little stamping tool thing that keeps it in the same spot. I embossed it with the white, and then I embossed it with the glow in the dark. I hammered through some little holes here, some little eyelets. And then here are the skulls from those paper plates, which I would not be able to do this year if it hadn't have been for Jamie finding them on eBay and gifting them to me so I can finish out for the kids. Hi, Jamie. Thank you, Jamie. So I cut them all out. I painted the back of them black. I doodled on them a little bit so that the back would have something to say as well, or to look. I put the date in the, October 31, 2024. Just did a squiggly face there. I used black gesso to paint the back of these paper plates. And then I used a glow-in-the-dark paint, but it wasn't coming through that well. So I went ahead and did some embossing with the glow-in-the-dark embossing powder, which changed the look of this, but it doesn't bother me and it glows really well. And then remember these from last year? If you were around hanging out with me last year, you might have remembered these little wooden pieces that came from the dollar store. There was a cat, a jack-o'-lantern, and a ghost, and so I had all these painted up, and I ended up not using them last year, so they're going to be used this year. I backed the pumpkin and the jack-o'-lantern with some really cool fabric. This is actually the back side of this fabric. I loved it so much, and you can kind of see the front side of it. Or am I saying that backwards? I don't even really remember. I just remember I liked them both sides, so I did that, and then they shine through. Now the kitty cat doesn't have any place for it to shine through, so I just added some little fun eyeballs, and then I put some gold polka dots all around the body. I felt like it just needed a little bit more on the kitty cat, so I practiced with this one, and I made a funny face. I think I'm going to do that with all of them. I might add a little bit of white in there just to pop it a little bit more, as you can see with the nothing. Oh, here, let me turn this guy around. So see how it just kind of pops a little bit more in the light. And then on the back of this one, the top part of it, I'm just writing Happy Halloween. I'm using my metallic Posca paint, and I'm using Posca paint markers on all the writing on these. So I did it in purple, the purple metallic, and as long as my paint marker holds out for all 50 of these, I'm going to continue with the purple on them. Just make it simple. And then I'm going to use my fine point white, and I'm just going to go over the top of it like this. I'll just show you this one really quick. I've got one done, and I'll try to get the light to hit it so you can see. It's just giving it a little bit of a shadowy effect. When they're all finished, I will say love, Auntie, Uncle, Opa, Bella, Jason, Sandra, whoever it's going to. It'll be personalized to them. I don't think it'll have their name on. Maybe I might put their name on there. I don't know. We'll see how far I get. So let's see. One that I have already. Oh, here we go. This one already has the white with the purple, so you can kind of. So the white helps it to pop, but then that pretty purple kind of glows in the background, depending on where they hang it in their room. If they hang it on a wall, they'll never see it unless they flip it over. But that's okay. It's theirs. So they'll have this. It'll all dangle down, and they can hang it from their ceiling. They can hang it from their little fan. If they have a ceiling fan, it'll swirl around. They can do whatever they want with these. It's their Halloween goodie this year. So it takes me a minute sometimes to come up with these things. The faces on the back, I was doodling a lot. Here, let me show you. Because it takes me forever to come up with this stuff, to figure out what I want to do. So I was doodling all these different faces, trying to make little hats on them. Let me turn one around here. See what I'm saying? And I was just working around trying to figure out what's going to work the best for these faces. I really liked this whole face with the mouth. but I had already done the white part on here, so then I thought, well, that kind of is the mouth, so I had to take that out. So it's just fun. I just have fun messing with it and trying to find the colors that work well on here. So that next thing I'm doing is I'm punching holes. I'm using my Crop-A-Dial because I can line up the hole. And so I'm just punching holes in the heads. I think this is, let me get my piles. I'm gonna get all mixed up here. So I did the heads there, and I have all of these to do. So I have to punch all the heads, give them a little punch. Sometimes I grab 2 of these and I don't mean to. And this is the way it goes. So I know the head has been done. And then the reason why I'm using my Crop-A-Dial to punch the holes, I was using my little hammer and tool, but 2 things. One is this is a lot easier on the hand. And I can set my little setter so that all I have to do is mindlessly punch holes. And then when I'm done with this side, I'll do the same thing for the other side. I find it easier to do one side at a time. Because I'm not twisting my hands a lot and turning them and just going in this one motion. Everyone has their way. I was at first doing it like this, and then I was turning it and doing this and putting it down, and I thought that's just a lot of twisting and turning on my hand. And no matter which way I do this, I'm gonna have to punch a hole on both sides. Do you know what I mean? So the reason why I put the skull in the middle is because I realized with these things, I don't have a hole in the bottom on all of them. You know, there's no hole on the bottom of the ghost, the pumpkin, like none of them. So I had to put them at the very bottom because they only had the hole on the top. I'm not sitting an eyelet in that because it's wood, and I don't trust myself to get one in there without breaking that thing. And I don't want to paint any more of those. I'm over painting those. I love them. It was fun, but there's a lot. And so sometimes the fun gets to be work, you know what I mean? So I don't know why I always use an accent when I say that. Yeah, know what I mean? I don't know. It's fun. It's fun. So yeah, I love Halloween. I know I have a lot of friends on here that are not Halloween people, but still appreciate the fun and the art of making stuff and doing things. And just thank you for all of that. I love that. I just love that we can just have friends and we can be different, and that is something so cool. But yes, I do love Halloween. I love the fun. So I think I've mentioned this in a few of the comments. I love the fun of it. I love the make-believe, the fun. I'm not like a, I don't know. I look at Halloween the way I want to look at it. So for whatever it is, just like anything else, like a rainbow to me is a beautiful ornament in the sky that's gorgeous, and I love it. So that's what a rainbow is to me. It's beauty, it's peace, and I don't know, it's just peace. It brings me peace. It always has since I was a little girl. Oh, good, that little section's gonna work that. So Halloween to me brings also the childlike fun and happiness to me. I always say, and I said this in a few of the comments, it brings the little ghoul out in me. The little, because I'm a girl and a ghoul. My little play on words. I don't think I have to explain it. Anyhow, so I'm just hanging out. I'm just doing this today, so nothing too crazy exciting except for just making holes and putting these together. I am not going to use my Crop-A-Dial to set my small. I'm using the small one. This is the 1/8 inch hole, and I'm using those eyelets. I have no success getting these in here in the 1/8 inch ones. I never have success. I really don't. Like once in a blue moon, I have a success on getting these eyelets inside of this fine. So I don't do it. I set them with this little contraption here, and I have a lot of success. So I would say once in a blue moon, I don't have success with that. So it is a lot of work to get that done because of that. But as far as getting these holes in here, this is definitely easier. Except, does anybody else, I don't know what it is about me gripping this thing, but my little rubber always slides off. I don't like that. I thought that rubber is there for the protection for your hands, but I feel like it just wreaks havoc for me. So anyways, whatever. I got to keep it on somehow. I wonder if I glue it in there. I was kidding. Oh my gosh. So yeah, anyways, I'm going to keep punching these holes, and then I'm going to set the eyelets on these. Oh, I also chose, I'm trying to make my job easier than I normally do, which it's always still a lot of work, which I love, but I decided to go with, like, I was going to put beads on these. I was going to do all these things, and I was like, no, stop. I grabbed all of this from my stash. Now, these are the thicker, I think these are like in the kids' friendship thread. Oh yeah, so the kids were using all of these to make all their little bracelets and stuff, but I've actually had kids say, oh, I don't really like these ones that in my life. They don't like I think it's the texture. They like the thinner ones. I don't know, whatever. Anyways, I have a whole bunch of these, so I thought this would be perfect because it's a little bit heavier duty, a little thicker. I'm gonna use these to do the just to tie the strings on them. And I was kind of worried in the beginning about, am I gonna get my holes lined up okay so that everything is straight? And then I thought, wait a minute, hello, it's Halloween stuff, lady. You don't have to be. You get to be crooked. Crooked in a good sense. You know, it can be all wonky and wobbly. That's the whole point of this. So yeah, there's that. Whew. So these are so cool. I want to see if I can video a little bit of them glow in the dark so you can see how stinking cool this is. I don't know how well that's going to show up on the video. I'm going to try it. If it doesn't make it onto the video, it's because you couldn't see it. I may even do it. I have no idea at this moment in time because I haven't done it yet. I may do it no matter what and just kind of pop it in there to see. And then just, if you see a big black blob or nothing, then that's what that was. And so these ones, these ones I'd already finished doing. So like I said, I did use my Sizzix, and then I hand cut these out, and then I put dimensionals on these just to pop them off a little bit. You really can't tell because there's nothing else behind them, but it just gives it, you can kind of tell. I don't know. Maybe it was a waste of time. I don't know. I don't think it was a waste of time. And then I'm just writing, I did the eyelets on these already, and then I'm just going to thread those through, and it'll say Happy Halloween, like I said. So that'll be on those. And then the back of the little skulls are that. Yeah, okay, I think I'm with this. So, and then I need to get their little treat with them as well. And I'm almost wondering, so like, here's my ghost, here's my little kitty cat, and here's my pumpkin, my jack-o'-lantern. This is not a this is no longer a pumpkin, it is a jack-o'-lantern. Right? Okay. Right. So I just think, like, is that enough? Is that enough for the kitty cat? I feel like the pumpkin and the jack-o'-lantern, oh my gosh, the ghost and the jack-o'-lantern have a lot more pizzazz to them than the kitty cat. And then when you turn them around, I don't know. So let's see, this is where I wanted to see if I wanted to add a little bit of white on here with this. We can just go in between. It's a lot of work. Like, I just go through and make polka dot. It's not really a lot of work. It's time consuming. It's easy work, just a lot of time consumption. But I think I do like the white in there. It just helps give it a little bit extra brightness. But as you can see, once you do, and I don't know how many kitties I have, I would say probably, well, I have this many, and I have one more over to the side somewhere. I have this many kitties. So can you guess the right number? So I think I'm just gonna go through them all, and I'm gonna add some little white dots on them. And this is something I can do just sitting in front of the TV. I'm not gonna do that here, but I probably would like to finish this one just so that I don't throw it in my bundle thinking it's done. Maybe I should add a little something to the eyes on this side. Just at first I was just trying to stay in between these gold dots, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to let the little white dots go where they land. Yeah, it's not going to matter as long as I spread them out enough. That's all I care about. Does anybody here, what do you do, if you do anything for the littles in your life, or the neighborhood, what is it? What is it do you do? I used to, I think I've said this before, but maybe I haven't, I don't know. But I used to just hand out candy when we lived in town, and I would buy the bags with all the mixtures of all the little candy bars and stuff. And but I also like the scare factor, like the rah, boo, woo, ah, witch cackle, all that stuff. So I scare kids. So I'd always feel bad. So I'd end up grabbing handfuls and throwing them in the thing. Well, we used to get about 200 kids or so around that. Sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less. So you can imagine the amount of candy that I went through and the cost. And so my husband was like, that's too much. You can't stop doing handfuls. I used to rob my kids would go trick-or-treating, and I was like, dump your bags, dump them, I'm running out of candy. I'll buy you more, I promise. So that's what I would always do. If any of my kids are watching this, they'll be like, yep, she has stolen our candy. I remember, I think it was my youngest, he's like, you're not getting any of my candy. I worked hard for this. Those weren't the exact words, but basically. So I think I like that. I mean, it's a little bit messy, but I think it's cuter than just the, I don't think I have one, just regular. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, no. Oh, yeah, here. I have one here. It's attached to this. I don't know. Maybe I do like just the gold dots. I don't know. I think it's more fun. I also used a fatter marker with these dots. I used I only had this size, which is the medium, I believe, like a medium point. Is this the medium or the large? I don't know. But this is a fine tip one that I'm using now. Same thing with the white. So, goodness gracious. So here's the eyes. Oh, I know. Okay, I don't know. Anyhow, so we'll just try some big ones. There we go. Oh, do I have room for a mouth? Let's try that. Let that dry for a minute. So so we started doing bags. I would bag it up. I bought bags, and then I would put like so many candies. I would make 200 bags of candies, and I would just buy like 3 or 4 bags of mixed candy, and I would just divide it up and make bags, and I would hand everybody a bag. However, even with that, if I scared somebody too bad, I felt bad, and I would give them 2 bags of candy. Oh, isn't that hilarious? But it was fun. I really miss it. I miss that part of it. I miss all the laughter and the seeing all the creative costumes. And you know, when my kids were really young, we didn't have money to buy costumes, so I always had to come up with something. And you know, so just like go into the yard sales and finding like just clothes and random things to put together. And so we did that a lot, things like that, which honestly, I think those were more fun for me. I mean, and I think the kids look super adorable, and they always got compliments. You know, my costume that I wore at home was always something that I just made up like that. It was just parts and pieces from yard sales and thrift stores that I had just randomly found that I thought were cool and and fun, and I wanted to do something with it. And I just created my own house costume is what I called it. And I wore it every year. I added to it, took away, whatever, things, just depending on what I was doing. But pretty much the same thing. I also like the fact that I was always similar in what I was doing, so that when little kids or families came, they knew that when they walked through my thing, whoever was there, they knew which character, I guess, so to speak, that I was, and I like that. But anyhow, with that, one time, this is way after my kids had moved, moved, got their own families. I had my friends came by, and they're like, Sandra, we're going out. We're going to the, they were going out to one of the local pubs where they were doing a Halloween big thing. It was a costume party. Halloween happened to be on that weekend. It was a Friday or Saturday night. So I went, and I'm like, but I don't have time to change. They're like, just wear what you're wearing. And I was like, you don't understand. I'm like safety pinned together. Like, this is not like a regular costume. I'm safety pinned. You're fine. Let's go. So I was like, all right, whatever. So I went, and I won first place for the Halloween costume. So I was like, well, there you go. I guess when you're really having to put your own love into it, it makes a difference, right? So hopefully I keep spelling Happy Halloween correctly. There we go. And then just keep doing this. So that's what I'm going to be working on. I just thought I would tag you guys along so I can chat. I have so much fun doing this. I just want to hang out with my friends while I'm doing it, you know? And I'm working on the Junkie Junk journal still. That's not finished, but I do have to get, this has to get finished no matter what. That, I want it to get finished, but it's not a no matter what. It's not a no matter what. So yeah, I think I like the polka dots. However, I just took that other one away. What did I do with it? Anybody see? I'm like cleaning up while I'm talking and crafting. It's probably like right here. No, I don't know, you guys. I already lost it. I wanted the one with the big polka dots. Well, all right. Oh, I threw it in a bucket. It doesn't even belong. Oh, because it's part of this. I think I like the big polka dots better with the bigger face. C. Yes. Okay, quit throwing them over there. This is the one I want. So baby, maybe I'd better. Hey, baby, I like this one better. I'm gonna go ahead and leave this one out here for a second to look at it. I'm gonna take my bigger marker, and I don't know, is that the one? And I just want to go around the whole body. And I like this one, I think, better because I can just do one line down the legs. And I just brought it up like this is what I did. I know this is what I did. Whoops, that's not what I did. And then just coming down the tail. I think the tail I went on both sides, didn't I? Yep. Doesn't matter. I mean, like, it's all in kookiness and fun. Make sure I leave room for that face. Yeah, I just had to dazzle this kitty cat up a little bit. A little razzle dazzle. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the eyeballs on now. And the mouth. One time with that. Oh. Okay, let's see if that works. Dry, baby, dry. Okay, and then polka dots. Now did I use the big one for the polka dots too? Just to get it in there? I don't remember. Maybe I used the small one. And I'm kind of weaving the white one. Oh, I missed a whole spot there. Did you see that? All right, there we go. Does anybody dress up to hand out candy? I always loved that when I used to go and take the kids. I loved when we went to houses and the peoples in the houses, they had, you know, like, have a little decoration or lot, whatever. But they always had a little costume stuff going on for themselves. And I just thought that was so sweet and adorable. It's just fun. It's fun. I love to have fun. Okay, and then I'll take the skinny one here to go the other way with that mouth, and then maybe just kind of go, whoops, off to the side a little bit with that eye. I don't know. Nope, I didn't like that with the eye. I'm going to follow it exact next time. See what I did? I just made a mess. So I don't think the kids are going to care. Anyhow, I have no idea. I think I'm going to wrap these up because I mail these out. So it's very thin paper. So I'm going to put them together like this. And the top string, I'm just doing a knot up at the top. And then they can hang that on something. So I'm just trying to be as simple as possible. This is going to go together like this. And then I can put this in a little safety bubbling. So a lot of houses, I think I only have 1 or 2 houses that have just 1 kid. So most of them have 2 to 4 kids in the house. So when I package them, I can package them with some little bubble wrap. And then maybe what I'll do is I'll do it like this. I'll put a little bow on it and tuck a little treat inside. Yeah, pretty simple. It's going to be a lot more cheaper to mail this than the previous years. I have literally spent over $100 trying to mail the Halloween, whatever it is, Christmas, Halloween, things like that. So I'm looking for ideas for Christmas. Usually I do something kind of crafty for an ornament, and I'm trying to simplify things in my life with cost, time, and things like that. And I'm trying to get it a little bit more simplified. So if my friends, not that I mean, I don't know whether I'll be able to do it or implement it or whatever, but if you have ideas or you have videos that you've seen, that things that you like, yeah, send them to me. Put them in the comments. I don't know. Can you put them in the comments? I think you can. I think you can put a video in the, not a video, but a link to the video. You can email me, whatever you want. Yeah, I'd love to go take a look at it. Maybe I've seen them before. Maybe I haven't. Maybe I've wanted to do them and forgot about them. Who knows? I mean, there could be all kinds of things. But anyhow, I'm looking for things. So normally at Christmas, what I do is something that, I'm going to go back and forth like I did the white. I think that's cute. I like to do something that they can potentially use as an ornament. They don't have to, but it's kind of a thing that I started doing the last few years. But I don't want to be crafty because I'm thinking of cost to mail these things out. So the bulk, you know, I don't want a big box, especially, I think what it was is like some of the kids, like I said, there's only 1 or 2 kids in the house. Well, the box still has to be big enough, and then I'm paying extra fees for the size. You know, you got to pay for the size, the weight. The weight's usually not the issue. It's the size of what I'm sending. So anyhow, so I'm trying to go more flatter and lightweight of items. Things that, I mean, I can look at it and I can incorporate it to make it my own, whatever, you know, just the more the merrier, right? The more the merrier. You see things, it just sparks your interest, right? That's what I'm looking for, things like that. So if you have any ideas, if there's things that you've done and you've tried and you like them, if you have photos of it and you want to share that with me, you sure can. I don't know that you could put that on YouTube, but again, I've got, I've got the Facebook group, and if you don't do Facebook, I also have email. You can do either one, no matter what your preference is. Let's see, how else can you share your ideas with me if you want to? You don't have to, but you sure can. You can send, you can send me a photo. You can mail me a photo if you want to. Doesn't that sound fun? Anyways, yeah, so I'm still looking for something for Christmas base, and I need to figure it out now because, you know, I have to see what if I have the supplies. That's the other thing is I'm thinning out my craft closet, my storage of all craft things, kids related and things. So I'm in the process of starting the process of thinning that out. Meaning I'm going to get rid of a lot of stuff. So it is a lot of crafty stuff. Normally I just donate stuff to the thrift store and things like that. But then I was thinking, I know I have friends on here that do crafty stuff also, that don't just do paper. You know, they do other things. And so I was wondering, do you think would you like to see what I'm getting rid of? I mean, because if I have to send it in a box, normally what I do is I just do the shipping, what is it called? It's the, I can't think and make dots. It's the box where you pay it's one shipping period for the size, and you stuff it as much as you want. Normally those are the boxes I use because I don't know what the shipping is going to be. I can do it another way. I just don't know if it's going to be cheaper, which one's cheaper generally. So I just do those boxes. It's just easier. Yeah, so anyways, if you're interested in seeing what I have, what I'm getting rid of, let me know. A lot of the stuff was bought at dollar stores, so it's not very expensive. I don't know, maybe you can still get these things. I don't know. But of course, I'd have like tons of stuff. I just pack them full with whatever I can. Yeah, and then it would just be, I mean, the stuff that like I said, I was already going to donate. So if that's the case, then I can just do it through, you just pay the shipping, but the payment for it would have to be like friends and family on PayPal, because then I don't get charged like a seller's fee. Does that make sense? So if you're new and you haven't bought anything from me before, you're probably like, lady, I don't know you. I'm not going to just trust you for that. So, but you can ask on the comments, hey, I've never bought anything from Sandra. Who here has, and can you tell me, is she honest? Because I am honest. I will get it. Sometimes I don't get things out right on time. I apologize for that, but I do my best to put it together. And, but I always give you your stuff. I always do that. Like, yes, 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 yes. You can take my word for it, or you can ask in the comments. It will not hurt my feelings at all to ask in the comments. I think that's a smart thing to do, especially in this day and age of so much scamming. So yeah, you'll never hurt my feelings. I actually, when I worked at the bank, I used to tell especially my newer customers, those kids, all them kids, you know, going off to college and stuff, don't just take people's words for it. Anybody who gets upset because you won't take their word for it, those are the ones you need to watch out for, honestly, in my opinion. And I do not mind voicing my opinion out loud, because that is 100% how I feel about it. I even tell my kids, like, when I, you know, count the money. You sold me something, like, I would even, if I remember right, I think I even did it to on purpose, gave them the wrong amount of money, like less, just to make sure, or even, you know, just to see if they were paying attention. Pay attention. It's your job, not mine. Just kidding. I'm doing the best I can. You got to pay attention. Wordy. I'm like going off on a tangent here. Anyhow, back to the regular scheduled craftiness here. Yeah, if I don't mind doing that. I mean, it was something I was going to donate anyways. I'm not selling it. So you just got to pay the shipping. Maybe that'll work out better in the long run, because if depending on what's in there and how full it is, I don't know. We'll have to find out. I don't know if anybody's even interested in that. But if anybody is, I'm more than happy to do that. I need to thin it out. I'm also, my friends, I know that I've been saying this for a while, and I really am going to do it. I need room. I'm overwhelmed in my fabric room. I'm overwhelmed in there. So trying to put things together is just not happening at the moment. But what I decided I'm doing through all my healing time that I'm going through, because I'm still going through stuff. I mean, like, it's only been a few months, but isn't that funny? It's like a few months seems like such a long time, but then before I know it, it's going to be a year. It's just weird, but because the time as it's passing doesn't seem like it's going, like that much time has passed, but at the same time, I don't know, whatever. However, let me go back to this again. So what I'm doing, what I decided is I'm just clearing it out. I cannot function in there. I have more stuff than I will ever use. I have plenty to donate back, to give away, sell, share, whatever, however I want to put it out there. I have plenty. So I've decided just to start thinning it out. And I'm just like pulling things as fast as I can. Fabric, big giant sheets, fabric pieces, a lot of it. So I have a box that's going to go to the thrift store. I'm just tossing it in there, just getting it in there. And then I have a bunch of pieces that I'm putting together, and I'm putting together packs of like color orient, like I'm doing like I have a little tote that has like all the like blues, greens, and teals, and then I have another one that has different shades of blues and greens and yellows and maybe like a little bit of oranges and pinks that'll go in there. I have like all things that have purple on it, so it might be solid purples, all shades of purples. There's like a purple thing, and then there's all shades of blue. I have another container that I'm putting together, and it's like 4th of July type. So, but there's so many things that go with 4th of July, so I'm putting things in there like, so it's 4th of July, picnic, something else, so it's like patriotic 4th of July, picnic, and something else. I don't know, that goes with that theme of type things. So I have those color things. I have a fall. It's fall colors, fall things, whatever. So what I'm going to do is as I'm pulling all those out, then I have these bigger pieces that I might put some in the donating box, but they're big enough and I want a piece of it. And I think once I cut my piece off, then I'll have smaller pieces to add to those individual boxes, little totes. And then I have, and then I can donate the rest. Anyhow, so that's what I'm working on. I don't know how long it's going to take me to get those done, but I have to move fast and furious through it, because what's happening, my goal for this is that I will have all that stuff done, and it will free up space in my fabric room. so that I can actually get the other things done that I really want to do in there, what that room was meant to be. I have no room to move. So every time I want to get something out of that room, every time I want to do something or get something, I have to grab a whole bunch of stuff and move it. And I'm just constantly in there shifting and moving, which is one of the things I absolutely detest. I don't like doing it. It takes a lot of my arm and hand strength. It's funny, you know, like when I was younger, when I would hear about stuff like that, I would thought, I don't know what they're talking about. But if you've ever had any kind of like arthritis pain, or, you know, as we're aging and just whatever, you know, if you've ever had it, you know, it's one of those things where you don't know until you know. Whoops, what am I doing? You don't know until you know. And I know now, and I probably don't even know the extent of it yet because things are still ever changing. But anyways, I don't like it. I want to go in there. I want to be able to have my table cleaned off every single time I'm done working, because that's how I like to work. I don't like walking into a workspace that's messy to do a new project. So like I'm working on this. So if I have to walk away, which I do today for a little bit for some other things, I will leave this where I'm at because I'm going to come back to this. But when I'm done with this for the day, and I know that the next day or two I'm going to be working on different projects, or if I know I'm going to come back and I'm going to work on a completely different project before I leave, I will pack all this up and I will get my desk clean and set so that, and I might even pull out what I'm going to work on and set it here. And that helps inspire me and to motivate me to do things. Well, my fabric room is not like that. My fabric room is a gigantic, crazy, psychotic mess. I mean, like if anything is going to drive me mad, it's going to be that. I'm going to totally lose it. So, and it's, so I don't want to go in there. And I have to go in there because I have to do the shipping in there, which I have no room to do my shipping. You know what I think I'm going to do, my friends? I'm going to be full on honest here. And I'm going to take a photo and I'm going to put that in. I'm going to drop a photo in right here. So to show you, it might be like a little bit of a video photo so you can see the full mess in my fabric room, so you can gasp and feel sorry for me. I'm just kidding. All right, we're gonna enter. Beware, I've warned you. Welcome to my madness. This is what's stopping me. And I know there's all kinds of tips and tricks that, you know, just start here and just start there. But what I think my problem is I have no place to put anything. As you can see, if I pull anything out, this is where it goes. And it's really, it's not one of those things where you can just work on, for me anyways, one thing. Like if I picked everything that was just pink or just blue, like where do I start? I don't know. So I'm just letting things go. So I'm going to be doing books also. A lot of books that I have that didn't sell. I'm going to do the same thing with a lot of the books. I'm going to put them in boxes where if you just want to pay the shipping, that's fine. I'd rather get rid of them to people and friends that I know that will play with them and use them than just giving them back to the thrift store. But that is ultimately what will happen if I don't get rid of them. And I promise I will get the German books up shortly. I shouldn't say shortly. I will get them up, I promise. But look at this madness. I'm trying to go through slowly. I mean, like this is just coming in like, this is what I walk into. This is it right here. Like, boom, there's my shipping dresser. I can't use it. I have all that lace that you see hanging right here. I've already cut all those into strips. There's lots of lace pieces. I'll get closer. That's all to put in the boxes to eventually so I can get lace pieces sent out to my friends. I can sell it. I can do Happy Meals, just whatever I want to do. So, but look at this mess. Like it doesn't end. So my dresser, as I told you, like it's not working for me because I have boxes down below. I can't pull them out. I can't pull the drawers open. It's not working. I felt like my room was bigger than it is when I was first doing this. There's my station for my desk. Look at, I'm like packed out underneath it. This is true life. Those are a bunch of pieces where I want a piece before I throw it in these buckets for fabric. And then, yeah, it's just kind of messy up there. It's not pretty. It's not inviting. Let me go around this side. Sorry, that was a real fast spin. So as we walk around, here's my table again. And then underneath it, like never ending, my friends, never ending. I'm glad I'm going through this. This was supposed to be very organized, so I tore through it, which is, you know, that's gonna happen when you're creating. You're gonna tear through things. I tear through things. That's just what happens. I have all of my laces and those are all like, what are they called? Embroidery pieces and things like that. I'm not going through that one right now. I'm gonna leave that for a moment. I do like it for decoration and to make things pretty. And then we have this little shelf right here, which I was putting a lot of different laces on. I will say these little rolly racks, they really don't give me that much room to put stuff on. I know that's really what I need, but they're not working for me. I bought them, 2 of these cute little shelves that roll. I just don't know if I'm gonna keep them because they're not working. Whether I bought it or not, it's not working. If it's not working, I need to let it go. But look at this, like, I'm gonna break my neck one of these days trying to walk through here. So there you have it. And then as we come around to leave, like, it's just not fun. I don't want to be in here. I thought since I mentioned it, this is the dresser that I'm talking about. I think I'm going to use this one in the shipping station because you can see that it has these longer drawers here and then shorter drawers here. I really love this piece. I painted it. It was inside the craft room area, and I do have things that I'm storing inside of it right now, like just different trims and stuff, but this is not my go-to for things like that, and I forget they're there. So I think I'm gonna take this piece and move it inside of that room. Oh, and there's Wanda dressed up in laces. And I'm gonna bring the other one, I'm gonna stick it out here, maybe give it a new paint job on the drawers, and then use that for like linen storage for, you know, for like when we have guests. And then there you go. And then I guess while I'm right here, I'll give you a little update on my art wall. So, whoops, there I am, hello. A little update on my art wall here. So I've got a couple little things added. Going up the wall there, I got Slappy there because you know it's Halloween time. So just a few little things up there, still adding to it, and I love it. And then a quick little sneak peek here. I love those button ornaments that I made, and I love my amazing little skeleton, my sparkle skeleton that Elena sent me. I love it so much. So I have her hung right there for right now because I just think of the Nightmare Before Christmas. All right. What do you think? And you guys, my friends, please be honest. Like, would that not make you crazy? Crazy? Like, I just can't. I can't do it. Plus, that room, what I want is I don't want anything under the table. I want to be able to move that table or break that table down. The idea behind this room, it just wasn't as big as my ideas, I guess. The room, I thought was bigger. My ideas are always bigger. So I need to get it manageable. I want to only have the fabrics that I'm going to actually play with and be okay with letting go when I'm done with working with that color. Let it go. I do not make enough stuff to use the same exact colors continuously. I just don't. There's some things that I love and I'll use those colors in many things, but the same exact fabric, I don't think so. I just don't think so. I need to say goodbye to a lot of that stuff. And as you had just seen, I'm sure you agree. So now I'll take all my little goldies and I'll put, oh, I was gonna do the faces too. I guess I'll just do that now. Little faces. Like that. There we go. So, yeah. So once I get that room clean, then, so my goal is this. I want to have that room clean so that I could do videos in there. I also need better lighting in there, which I'm working on still. My husband's helping me. Little by little, we're just getting some different lighting things taken care of. And it's funny, as I'm getting this new lighting here and there, other lights are burning out. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm grateful that I got the lights that I did when I did for that reason. But at the same time, I'm still it's gonna be a fight for the light. A fight for the light. But I wanted to be able to, like, if I needed a third guest room, which I do sometimes, and I could have used it this summer, I want to be able to have that little, like a blow-up bed or something that I could put in there in that room. And as you've seen in that photo, that is not something that's going to be happening. So Jason even said something about he wanted to do like a Murphy bed in there for me, and I love the idea of that, but I would have to, I mean, I guess it could work, but whatever went there, like I could never use that space because I have to always be able to pull that bed out. And I just don't trust myself to not stack stuff in front of there. I mean, I think I thought, well, maybe I can just put like one of my rolly carts in front of it, but then where do I roll that cart when I want to pull it out? That's the thing. So I just think it's going to be one of those things that's really fun and cool to do, but it's not really going to be something that's going to work in the long run the best. So I went online and I feel like either a blow up mattress or one of those little they're like all cushion, and you just you like fold it up so it's like a little sofa and like a little back thing, and then you unfold it. It's probably not the most comfortable thing, but I don't have like anybody that had like back issues or was elderly that was staying here. They could always stay upstairs in one of those rooms, and then somebody else who doesn't have those issues, they can stay down here. Yeah, I like this. Whoops, gotta go straight on, Pokemon. Oh, and I gotta do the dots still too. Pokemon, what the heck? Well, there you go. Yeah, so my goal is still to have that and to have some room in there. And I want to get rid of, I have too many shelves. My shipping station, I keep looking at it like, I like it. I like the dresser idea. I like the drawers. I don't think it gives me the amount of room that I thought it was going to give me. It's not that I want something bigger. I want something, I have another, what it is I have another little dresser thing that's longer and thinner that I just moved out of my craft room area because I made room for something else in here. Anyways, and I'm thinking that might work better in there. It's lower, but the drawers are longer. And so I may switch that out. You know what? As I'm sitting here thinking about that, like right now, my attention deficit is like, just go do that right now. So that might be something I have to do today. Just, I don't know. As you see in that picture, I don't know that it's going to let me. That's a lot of work. Okay, scratch that idea. Scratch it. I'm going to write it down though. No, I'm going to go put a note. What I do is I put sticky notes on my furniture. Like when I have an idea of where I want to do with it. Oh, this is not working very much. I have sticky notes and I put them on there. Move this to this room. Move this to this room. Move this under the TV. Do this, do that. And then, yeah. You know, we still haven't torn our kitchen up to put the new kitchen in there. Okay, I don't know what's happening here, but is this still wet? It decided it doesn't want to work anymore. So let me go. So I drew with a black marker on one of the kitchen walls, a Sharpie. I sketched out the kitchen a little bit. It's been that way for a few years now. So when people come home, they just see all this writing on the wall. But it has sparked conversations. I mean, people look at it and they're just like, some people they're just like, oh, are you doing this? Or, you know, so yeah, eventually. It's just so I don't forget. All right, I gotta see how long this video is. All right, friends, I'm in the bathroom, in my craft room. It's the darkest room when the light's turned off. So here, I'm gonna show you and we can see if it does the glow in the dark. So one moment while I get over to the light with my elbow. There you go. There's a little kitty dangling off the bottom, but you can't see it. So cool, I love it. All right, so time is running out, my friends, and I'm gonna have to let you go. I didn't really do anything super spooktacular. No, I'm just decorating all these fun little things, and I'm having so much fun doing it. I'm probably getting them all mixed up again. But yeah, I'm just going to continue to work on these, and then I don't know that I'll have another video because you really know the whole shebang here. Maybe when I have them all packaged up, depending how pretty I get them. I don't think they're going to be that pretty. But anyhow, all that to say, tell me what you think on my messy, my fabric room that's driving me absolutely insane. And Oh, yeah. And how do you like Wanda? Anyhow, I'll see you on the next video, my friends. Enjoy all your moments. Bye.